I'm Jennifer. I am the president and founder of Elderwerks Educational Services. We are a not-for-profit organization helping seniors and families find senior living, care, support, and benefits. Hopefully you found us today because you need some help, and we're all here to help you. Today we're going to do a little introduction of all of our staff here at Elderwerks, and I'm sure you can find someone that you want to talk to in your area. We have many experts. The reason that I started Elderwerks is that I found seniors needed more assistance than they were getting. They couldn't find the support, they couldn't find the benefits, they just couldn't navigate the system in Illinois. So I thought, maybe I should start an organization that just helps seniors. That's all we do. We help people find their next opportunity or figure out how to stay home well. So that's my goal. I've always wanted to help seniors. They're my favorite humans on earth. I've always done volunteering with seniors, so that is why I began Elderwerks. And hopefully you like to work with our consultants here and maybe get some education. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce GAIL NIKSIC, who's the Vice President of Marketing.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to let you know that I have been with Elderwerks for just going on 9 years now. I've been in the older adult industry for just over 20 years as well. I think what drew me to the industry in general was helping families and older adults educate, empower, and advocate on their behalf. And also it gives me great joy in working with Elderwerks is finding the silver lining and helping people when they're in turmoil or stress or a very difficult time that they're going through, and just know that there is a good outcome and the next chapter for that older adult, that it is a pleasant journey for everybody involved. One of my challenges, and I think that it's not that so much of a challenge, but when you are working with someone and it's a very sad situation, and again, the outcome is positive. One of the situations I recall is working with a woman whose home was condemned and having to tell her that she could no longer go back to her home. Along with the family and other individuals, we were able to help her find a retirement community where she found some new friends. And again, this journey was very positive, and we were happy to help her transition to this retirement community. I'd like to turn it over to Carol.
Hi, I'm Carol RASO, and thank you very much, Gail. I've been with Elderwerks about 5 years now, and essentially got into this type of business coming from corporate environment, retiring, and then my husband had dementia, which progressed into Alzheimer's. My mother had dementia the same year. So finding out how difficult it is to find resources, be able to locate what you need, find groups to help you, and also just following the day-to-day issues of doctors and procedures and what needs to happen and medications. It's been a pleasure to work at Elderwerks and to help many families along the way and their adult children being able to navigate the challenges that come every single day. I also facilitate a support group as well as facilitating a memory cafe, which is one of the new innovative ways that families with dementia are able to come with the person who has the illness and be part of a social environment and find others who are experiencing some of the same problems. We always look forward to helping you. We are here 24/7, 7 days a week. We're not a Monday through Friday organization, and we like to do whatever it is that you will need. We are non-for-profit and always looking forward to helping you. So thank you very much for a few moments of your time, and I turn it over to Chris, who is our nurse and training specialist.
Thank you, Carol. My name is PETRIK. As Carol said, I'm the training specialist for Elderwerks. I've been delighted to be working with Elderwerks for just under a year. I came to Elderwerks after my retirement in long-term care and older adult living communities. I've been in healthcare about 40 years in different platforms, most recently in education and in older adult care. I am a certified dementia specialist, certified dementia trainer. I came to older adult care, and it was around the time that my mother was also diagnosed with dementia, which moved into Alzheimer's disease. And that gave me a introspective view on how people were caring for the people who were living with dementia, and found that I enjoyed training these people so they could go out and actually use the techniques on the units. And I found my passion. I love training. I love training in dementia. Dementia is not the only training that Elderwork provides for professionals. There's some nursing and social service training that I do as well. We bring in other speakers. We're well known across the continuum, providing good continuing education for the professionals so they can serve all of the people living with dementia and others living within a community better, so everybody has a better quality of life. I'm delighted to be with Elderworks. They're a wonderful team. They are a very giving team, and I'm honored to be with them. And now I'll turn it over to Tamara.
Hi, thank you, Chris. I'm Tamara KRUSE. I have been in the senior industry for 13 years and 9 years with Elderworks. I really enjoy what I do. Since I was a young girl, I had an affinity to be around older adults. I've always enjoyed listening and their stories, and so it is, I think, no accident that I ended up in this profession. On a daily basis, I am rewarded by helping adult children find their path and getting the right care needs for their seniors, their parents, usually. That's what I'm working with. And on a daily basis, I'm being told how much this service is needed, how much help I provided them, and always a lot of times they say, God bless you for what you do. So I don't think it gets any better than that in providing services and having those rewards on a daily basis. I enjoy working with my team. We all support each other, and I'm just happy to be here. So with that, I will pass it on to Barbara.
Hi, I'm Barbara Rosenberg, and I've been a part of the senior circuit for the last close to 32 years, and with Elderworks the last 3 years. I am so proud to be a part of this organization with all these wonderful co-workers, sisters, what have you, that all support each other, that all support our seniors. We never say no. We always find solutions. We place people in independent living, assisted living, skilled care, memory care, and we help people that have no means. And we are a great resource. We put out the greatest senior directory in the state. It's probably one of the only ones in the state like it. And one of the greatest passions that I've had is just having been reared by 4 grandparents that I love so much, and a mother who's been on the dementia journey the last 10 years and managing her care in a fabulous community. And I think being on the other side of being a diagnostician and helping people figure out what the best solution is really the greatest part of what I do. So thank you so much for being supportive of Elderworks. And I will turn this over to Emily.
Thank you, Barbara. So I'm Emily. I work in the office, and I also help with the events, and I answer the phones, and I help anybody that comes into our center in Palatine. And it was great being here when we first opened the center back in September. So we opened our center back in September, and it's been great seeing the process of getting everything moved in here and setting everything up. It was just really great to be a part of it from the very beginning, just seeing everything evolve here at the center. So I've been here 1 year. Prior to this, I was a special ed teacher for 4 years. And I've noticed a lot of different similarities between my job as a teacher and my job here. So that's been great. And I came to Elderworks because I enjoy helping people and learning about people and just doing anything I can to help them. So I've definitely learned a lot during my time here that I didn't know prior to this. And I will go ahead and turn it over to Carolyn.
I'm Carolyn OSUYOS, a consultant for Elderwerks based in the Northwest suburbs. I'm also our social service specialist. And similar to Carol, I've been here nearly 3 years. I come to this industry through personal experience. Since 2006, I have had 5 relatives transition to either home care, hospice, or senior living. And by the way, 4 were in California and 1 in Arizona. So over 3 years ago, I realized that we needed help to navigate this process because honestly, nobody learns about this industry until they need to know it. And we hired someone. It was an incredible process. It made it stress-free, less confusing, less overwhelming. And when I came back to Chicagoland, I thought, you know, I'm at that age where I want to work for fulfillment. I have a sincere desire to help people. So I literally interviewed and met with everyone in the industry. And when I got to Elderwerks, I knew I found my home. There's several things that distinguish us. You know, first off, you see us, we're a large team. Although based here in Illinois, we help everybody. And that's an important distinction. And the fact that Jennifer formalized our nonprofit status several years ago, those were all 3 major things that drew me to this industry. So honestly, I love what I do. If I can make it easier, less overwhelming, and less stressful for someone else, it makes me feel good. So thank you. And LECIA, take it away.
Thank you, Carolyn. I am LECIA SZUBERLA. I've been working with Jennifer since 2008, and I've been with Elderwerks 9 years. I started off as the administrative assistant to Jennifer and also helping the consultants with their cases and whatever else need be within the company. I moved to sunny Florida 4 years ago, originally from Illinois, and I now work from home as the events coordinator, and I am the person that creates continuing education flyers and all the advertisement for our continuing education events. And I just gotta say, I love working for this company. I love the people I work with. They are passionate and honest and the best at doing what they do and helping others.
So I just wanted to say that Elderwerks is fabulous because we have a fabulous team. Every single consultant and person that works at Elderwerks has passion and heart and came to Elderwerks because of that. No one came here saying, I want to make a lot of money. No one came here saying, I just need a job. No one ever came that way. Every single person here was handpicked because of their desire to help other humans. And I am proud to work with every one of you. So thank you. So this process today to let the public know who we are is important because there are a lot of organizations out there who say they do what we do. We're just like Elderwerks. We do what Elderwerks does. No, there is no one like Elderwerks. And I can say that 100% we are different because we will help any senior. We do not discriminate for any reason. Whether you're in Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, or any other state, we will try to help you however we can. That is what we do because we help seniors and we will not let seniors flail. It's not in us. So the question I'd like to ask today is, if you were a family member trying to figure out how to navigate the system, what is the system, how would you advise them to get started? Where should they start? I'm going to go ahead and start differently today because there are some seasoned professionals here. So I want to start with someone like Emily here. Emily's only been with us 2 years. She is not a consultant. She is not someone who would automatically know this answer. So I'm going to send it over to Emily.
So if somebody needed help with any kind of senior, I would say to call us up and we could just kind of understand the situation, see what's going on. And then from there, we could, based on like everything the person's telling us, kind of offer some feedback and advice based on the individual person's situation. So that will just kind of get the process started and kind of get you to kind of come up with some ideas of what to do next and what kind of resources are out there. A lot of people don't know all the different resources in the community that are available to them. So we're here as a resource to share other resources in the area.
That was good. Good answer, Em. I like that you told everyone to contact us. That makes sense, right? So if someone was trying to help someone with Alzheimer's disease in their own home, how would they do that, Carol? Where would they start?
Well, I think it's always difficult because the person who is with them is so overwhelmed to begin with, the caregiver. Hopefully they or their adult children would go online and Google resources for Alzheimer's or help for Alzheimer's. And when that happens, if they come to our website, they can see there the vast amount of resources they have, but also the fact that we do have online our directory, our senior directory, which gives you some indication of what's available out there. And from there, they should contact us either by email, which we'll get immediately and respond to as quickly as possible, usually that same day, or if it's in the evening, the very next morning. Or in addition to that, they could call, and then Emily gets that call generally at the office and transfers it over to one of the consultants for help.
And if someone wanted to get some education on some senior topics or some help on how to help someone at home, Chris, how would they do that?
Well, I think beginning with starting with our directory, and if they look at our directory, they see that there's a lot of information in there that would help them kind of sort through on what their need is. And or call our number 847-462-0085, and Emily would probably put them in touch with me, and I would, or they could look and see what some of our events are, our training events. I not only do professional events, but I do consumer events as well. And sometimes speaking to them one-on-one might give them some ideas about how to navigate in the home would also be helpful. So there's a lot of different ways that our interventions would help sort through some of the problems that they are having with someone living in their home. And then the other part of that is it time for that person to move? Have they exhausted all their avenues with home care? And so letting them know through education that it's okay if they see that there's a different path for giving them quality care, whether it's in the home or outside the home.
So what happens if someone is aging and they didn't plan to live so long and now they've outlived their assets? Carolyn, do they still have the opportunity to get quality living in Illinois?
They do still have the opportunity to get quality care. Everybody's entitled to quality care. What we typically need to do is educate them on Medicaid, and Medicaid is often confused with Medicare because they have a similar sounding name. But Medicaid is for low income. And if you qualify, and it is a process, the government will essentially pay for your care in supportive living, which is similar to assisted living. It's a special license, or in skilled nursing. And we're here to help those individuals. Again, regardless of income, we help everyone.
So Tamara, you've been with us a long time. Poor thing, she's been with us a long time. So you've seen a lot of changes in the industry. In terms of the changes since 2007 to 2020, there's been a great change in the care levels in Illinois.
Yes, there have been. The assisted livings are doing much more than they've ever done before. People are wanting, if the funds are there, they're not wanting to go to skilled nursing. So therefore, assisted living has picked up that slack in care levels. So you can be in assisted living and age in place, pass away there. There's no reason to ever have to go to skilled. We find that seniors or elder adults are waiting to make these changes. And it's unfortunate because there is only a brief window of time to be able to get into an assisted living and be able to stay there till the end of your life. So we have tried in Elderwerks, we educate our families to this. They need to start thinking and planning for what they're going to do at a much younger age than they are anticipating. And therefore, my goal working with every family is skilled nursing never becomes an option. And that can be achieved when properly planning out your future and being realistic as to what can be done.
So in terms of planning, many people did plan properly. They planned to age well. They've been moving into a senior community because they wanted to. It was their choice. Barbara, with the COVID crisis and everyone having to shelter in place, have you noticed any activities that the assisted living communities have put in place to help their seniors stay connected with their families and loved ones?
So that's a great question, and it's a very positive question to not dwell on the fact that this crisis occurred starting in February and March, and the number of communities that had so much loss, and the amount of information that the government did not provide the public, let alone the healthcare industry. And so I think moving forward in these months, I think that a lot of these communities really emerged with the best that they could do. Activities in rooms, activities in doorways, activities such as happy hours, a Hawaiian night, and the entire cart is decorated like Hawaii with Mai Tais, virgin Mai Tais, and staff all dressed up. A lot of the idea of technology, everyone's needed to learn technology in terms of classes, virtual classes going on. Some of the communities were COVID-free throughout and were able to do social distanced activities in a main room or brought people down in small numbers. A lot of the communities have started to do dining social distanced, if it's one to a table or two to a table in the communities. There are visits that are social distance in various courtyards, in front yards of communities, at windows in communities, depending. Because most of the communities and the partners that we are a part of are really just about COVID-free at this point. We're hearing about fewer and fewer and fewer cases, which is wonderful. And so wonderful that a lot of the communities are starting to have move-ins. And that's a very exciting prospect with the correct testing that is going on and the correct screening that is going on. And so families are doing their very best to connect through FaceTime, through WhatsApp. If the client does not have a phone, the community is providing a phone or a screen for that to happen, and they're doing every single thing that they can. There are communities that are bringing cherry picks over to communities so that people can get in them and go up to third floors to wave to parents. There's a ton of creativity going on, so much creativity in a lot of these communities that it may continue beyond COVID. So thank you for that great question.
Thank you, Barbara. So Alicia, you know, there are people that say, I really am afraid to leave my house. I think if I have to shelter in place, my house is safer. What do you think about that, Alicia?
Yes, your house is safe, but if you stay home, you are going to go stir crazy. That's just it. I say still get out, but be safe about it. You know, take a walk, go to the park. If you have pets, take them for walks. If you have a neighbor that you know that is also staying safe, maybe you go on a walk with them and have someone to chat with, just stay your distance from each other. You know, down here, the restaurants are open. You can still go out to eat. Just make sure, you know, that you go to a place where everyone is, you know, a few tables away from each other. You know, just, I say you need to make sure that you still are social. Otherwise, you're just going to go into a major depression and it's not going to help.
So in saying that, Gail, there's pros and cons of moving to any type of senior community or staying home. Many people tell me, I'm going out feet first. My kids can take care of everything. I'm not even going to put a will or trust in place. Yay me. So basically they don't like their children. My question is, do you think, as in your own opinion, moving into a senior community is maybe a good choice during COVID? After they allow people to move in, or do you think staying home is a better choice? It's a really hard question for everyone right now.
It is a hard question, Jennifer, and I'm also glad you asked that, because just like a shoe, not everything fits for all. One size does not fit all. So given a situation on your own personal scenario, there is someone who has a spouse who's a little bit more infirmed. They no longer have those social activities they had in the past to keep them engaged, such as adult daycare or some other activity to keep them throughout this process and helping them along. So thinking about a community where there's professionals on hand that can keep them socialized and engaged is really a good opportunity. In fact, I had that situation this last week. A woman was vacillating whether or not she should actually move her husband to a memory care community during COVID. She left me a voicemail and just said, I am so glad I did this. This gives her not only peace of mind, but it also gives her some time for herself. She goes, you know, I'm thinking about rescuing a dog. There are so many things that she now can do because her husband is moved very safely into a community. And then also she mentioned that they have been keeping her informed for the first 48 hours how well things are going for him. So for that, she's very grateful and happy that Elderwerks helped her throughout this entire process.
Oh, that's a good story. Thank you. I love happy stories. We have a lot of happy stories here at Elderwerks. The seniors and the families that planned well, or even didn't plan well and found Elderwerks and did transition to senior living, do thrive. And it is scary. Change is always scary. But with Elderwerks help, we can help you move forward in the situation you need. Whether it's just staying home, adapting your house, getting some care, yeah, that's fine. Or maybe you just have a question. Hey, my Medicare, does it cover this? Call us. We're happy to answer any question. Or if you are interested in moving to a senior living option. Senior housing is not scary. What's scary is the change to senior housing. It's getting over that hump and figuring out, you know what, I'm ready. And then when you get there going, oh my gosh, I should have done this years ago because it's so much fun. You meet so many people. So thank you all for your input. Elderwerks is elderwerks.org, or you can find us at 855-462-0100. Thank you all.